Hey everyone, welcome back. Ever thought about what really makes high school and college different? I mean, besides the obvious stuff. Whether you're about to graduate or just kind of fascinated by how we learn, stick around. We're going to dive deep into that today.
We found this super insightful article, High School versus College. It's on jkcp.com, and it's packed with practical tips for anyone facing that transition.
Seriously, this article breaks down those key differences, helps you understand those unique challenges, and all those cool opportunities each one offers.
Right, like one thing that immediately jumped out was the contrast between high school's super structured schedule, 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. every day, and college's flexible one.
In high school, you've got teachers always there to guide you, remind you about assignments and stuff. But college,
College is a whole other ballgame. It's all about fostering that independent learning. They kind of throw you into scenarios where you got to manage your own time, take initiative, just like in the real world.
makes sense, because most jobs, you're not going to have someone constantly looking over your shoulder.
Exactly. You got to prioritize, meet deadlines, all that, without constant supervision. College is like boot camp for that, those crucial adulting skills.
Oh, tell me about it. I remember my freshman year, planners were my lifeline.
Definitely key.
Speaking of academics, the article made this interesting comparison between the workload, too.
Yeah, it's not just the amount of work, but the type. High school, you've got tons of homework, frequent quizzes, keeping you on your toes. College.
Fewer assignments, but way bigger,
Yeah.
right? Like deeper dives into the material.
Exactly. And that ties into choosing your own path, specializing in what really lights your fire. It's not like high school where everyone has the same fixed curriculum. You're aligning with those career aspirations.
But that freedom comes with responsibility, huh? Balancing academics with, well, life, friends, maybe a job.
It's a juggling act for sure. One of the biggest takeaways is college is all about independence, but you gotta level up those time management skills.
Okay, so let's switch gears a bit and talk social life. High school versus college. Pretty different scenes, right?
Oh, definitely. High school, you're mostly hanging with people in your grade, in your classes. College throws open the doors, meeting people from all sorts of backgrounds through classes, dorms, clubs.
Speaking of dorms, that's a whole college experience you don't get in high school. What's it like living in that kind of environment?
It's kind of wild. You've got this new independence, making your own choices, but also this instant community, a bunch of people going through the same things. It's this blend of freedom and support.
So, for you listening, think about it. What kind of social vibe do you thrive in? Close-knit group or constantly meeting new people?
It's worth considering, especially if you're college bound.
Now, the big question, is college really better? The article dug into this, and it's not a simple answer.
It really depends. Your goals, how you learn best, what you want out of the experience, better is different for everyone.
Right, so let's look at the pros and cons. On the plus side, freedom, focused learning, tons of networking.
You get to deep dive into your passions and build connections that could shape your whole career. Plus, that diverse social scene we talked about.
But there are downsides. That lack of structure can be tough, and the financial burden's real.
And you don't always get that personalized attention from professors like you might have had from high school teachers. It's a trade-off.
You got to weigh it all out, right? College is empowering, opens doors, but it comes with its own set of challenges.
You said it. It's about finding the right fit.
So picture this. You're moving from high school to college. The article calls it going from a structured world to a self-directed universe. Any advice for making that jump?
Practical stuff helps. Researching the college, knowing what resources they offer, and having good time management and coping skills.
The article emphasizes embracing that independence, but knowing when to ask for help. There's no shame in reaching out.
For sure, it's about that balance, being self-reliant, but also knowing when to seek guidance. Now let's have some fun. What about the stuff that's the same in high school and college?
Right, it's not a totally alien world.
You've still got teachers or professors, deadlines looming, group projects.
Oh yeah, and studying for tests. Those never go away.
Nope. Plus, extracurricular activities, finding your people.
It's like high school was low-key training for all that.
Exactly. Honing those time management skills, meeting deadlines, working in groups. You've been building those adulting muscles without even realizing it.
That's reassuring for anyone freaking out about college.
Yeah.
But let's get real. No one's there to remind you about every deadline.
Yeah, that's where those time management skills really matter. College is this whirlwind of classes, social events, maybe even a job. Things can slip.
Oh, I know. I've pulled my share of all-nighters. Not fun.
We've all been there. Being proactive is key. Planners, reminders, breaking big tasks into smaller ones. Plus, colleges have tons of support tutoring, advisors, workshops. Use them.
It's about having that freedom, but knowing you don't have to go it alone. Now, before we wrap up this part, think about your journey. High school, prepping for college, maybe looking back on it all. What hits home for you?
Share your thoughts, hit us up on social media, or email us. We'd love to hear your take.
So we were talking about those core skills, time management, meeting deadlines, working together. Super important, whether you're in high school or college.
Yeah, it's wild how those skills, honed over years of high school structure, suddenly become life or death in college.
Right. And it's not even just about school. It's like life skills.
For sure. This JKCP article, they actually mentioned a specific technique for time management.
Oh, yeah, the Pomodoro technique.
Yeah, that's the one. Work in bursts, like 25 minutes, then a short break.
It's super helpful for staying focused, not getting bogged down.
I gotta try that. It makes me think, even though structure is good, maybe learning to adapt to LLS structure is important too.
Totally. The real world, it's not always going to be neatly scheduled.
Right. College kind of throws you into the deep end of that.
Speaking of real world stuff,
hmm
this article didn't shy away from the financial side of college.
Yeah, tuition, books, just living. It's a lot.
And that's where this financial literacy thing comes in, right? The article really stressed that.
Big time. It's about understanding how money works, budgeting, tracking your spending, being smart about it.
So real life skills on top of the academic stuff.
Exactly. It feeds into that whole independence thing college is about. You're not just learning from textbooks, you're learning about life.
Okay, but then there's also this pressure to succeed. That's got to be a lot.
It is. You've got your own goals, maybe pressure from family, the whole career thing looming.
Plus, all that new freedom, the responsibility.
It can feel overwhelming. That's why the article emphasized self-care, managing stress.
Exercise, friends, hobbies,
Yeah.
all that stuff, that seems like a distraction.
But it's so important for your mental health. You can't run on empty. Speaking of which, let's shift gears a bit. There's something else we got to talk about, whether you're in high school or college.
So we were talking about taking care of yourself, dealing with stress, all that. Super important no matter where you are in life, right? But I want to shift gears just a bit. There's this other side to high school and college that sometimes gets lost. Personal growth.
Oh, absolutely. Grades, degrees, they matter, sure. But education, it's about so much more than that.
Right. High school, college, they both push you to grow as a person, not just academically.
Think about it. High school throws you into new situations. You discover hidden talents. You learn to work in teams, communicate, think critically. Skills you need no matter what you do in life.
It's like a testing ground, right? You're figuring out what you're good at, what you actually like.
Exactly. Then college comes along and it's this whole other level. It's a bigger world, more diverse, more challenging. And you're constantly adapting, thinking for yourself, making decisions.
Like those adulting muscles we talked about
Yeah,
in college, they really get a workout.
for sure. You're not just figuring out what you're good at, but
Yeah.
who you are, your passions, your values,
Mhm.
what kind of mark you want to make on the world.
It goes way beyond just soaking up information. It's about shaping your character, finding your purpose.
Couldn't have said it better myself. So that question, is college better? We got to look at it differently now, right? It's not just about jobs and academics, it's about personal growth too.
Maybe for some people, college IS a perfect fit. All that freedom, the focused learning, the chance to really explore who you are. But for others, high school, with its structure and support, that might be where they shine.
Exactly. There's no one right answer. High school, college, they both have something unique to offer. They both help you grow in different ways.
This JKCP article actually shared a story about a student, Sarah. At first, college was rough for her, all that lack of structure, but she learned to embrace it, use the resources the college had, and boom, she discovered this passion for environmental science, something she never even knew she was interested in.
Such a great example. College can really be this catalyst for self-discovery, for finding your path. And as we wrap up today, I think that's what we want you to take away. Embrace those chances to grow, to explore, to really figure out who you are.
Doesn't matter if you're in high school, heading off to college, or even looking back on it all. Both experiences, they shape you, not just your mind, but who you are at your core.
That's the real magic of education.
It really is. So keep those questions coming, keep exploring, keep diving deep into all that knowledge out there. Thanks for joining us.